Stijn Lettegen, before converting to Islam, was a law student at Flemish University in Brussels, Belgium. He is interested in international and European law and politics. During one period in 2020, Stijn conducted research on the influence of religion in Europe for the European Parliament. Apart from being a student, Stijn loves sports and often goes to the gym on weekends. How did Stijn, who was originally an atheist, find Islam? Here's the narrative. Is the first chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-Fatihah. That is the surah you use to start each prayer. I feel something very extraordinary. It was as if God was speaking to me. The first sentence is, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. You can't change your system from one day to the next, like a robot. Need time. I adapted to praying 5 times a day in a childlike way. I said to myself, this week I will pray once a day, then twice, then 3 times. Until finally, I pray 5 times. And now the 5 daily prayers have become a routine. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I discussed it with my sister recently, because she likes to drink. It's been so long since I've had wine that I even forgot how it tasted. My sister asked me, don't you miss drinking wine? But it turned out that a convert to Islam made the habit switch easy. People also often ask, how come Muslim women wear headscarves? How can you stop eating pork? People see that as a problem. Hijab is the best example. My mother used to say, it's 33 degrees here and women wear headscarves. It's not healthy. People who don't see it from an Islamic perspective see it as a burden. Muslims see it from a different perspective. Not better or worse, just different. For us, it's a blessing. About converting to Islam, I told my father at 2 a.m. I said, I have something to say. Well, I remember the look my father gave me. He said, you're not gay, are you? I said, no, Dad. Relax, don't worry, it's actually something different. By that time he had actually seen the Quran, prayer mats and tasbih in my room many times. So he had a feeling something was up. He then finished his sentence and said, so what do you want to say? You're not a Muslim yet, are you? I don't know what to say. But my faith is very strong. I thought, I have faith in God and I respect my family. Everything will work out. So I told him, Father, I have converted. I want to tell you. But I waited a year so you can see for yourself. Dad started crying and screaming. And it really hit me, because my dad was a strong man who always supported his family. And I've never seen her shed a tear. I was very sad at that time. But everything can be overcome. Before I converted to Islam, I lived happily. I have lots of friends. The big difference between being religious and not is from which point of view you see things. I now also live happily but from a different perspective. That's the problem. People see things as black and white, but there are actually large areas of gray. A burden for one is a blessing for the other. And vice versa.